have some of these shoes actually. Hello my lovelies and welcome to another vlog. Today we are starting on a train, as you probably can see. Pretty empty train, I have to be honest, but it's a long journey. We have several stops, 1, 2, 3. Well, no, we're getting off on the third one, and we are off to, as you probably know by reading this title, Rome. It's been a little bit over a year since my last visit to Rome. Last time we were there, it was for Fendi fragrance launch, and it was really a spectacular trip, as you guys remember. And today we are going there for another event. Now, I know people say like Paris is never a bad idea, but if you ask me, I think like Rome is never a bad idea. Not just because it's very close, but I think because you can never see everything you need to see in Rome. And funnily enough, I think I mentioned this before, but Rome was my first ever outside of my country city that I visited. If you don't count the old Yugoslavia, because I was born in Yugoslavia, right? So now it's many different countries, but back in the days, it was the first city I visited outside of Yugoslavia borders, and I was 6 years old. I don't think I have any decent pictures, but if I do find some, I will insert them for you guys. My outfit, Filippo told me this morning that this is his favorite outfit. I'm literally wearing a white t-shirt, baggy denim, and a pair of Hermes Chypre sandals. Annabelle insists that she shows you the outfit, okay? So let's give her, like, you know, I feel like bad not to say no thanks. How's my outfit? Very, very, very simple, very boring, but Filippo was like, wow. What did he say? He was like, this is the best outfit. These are our seats. È pronto da partire? Sì. Sapevo. Okay, so we are about to leave. We have around 3-4 hours, right, Annabelle? Which is kind of long, but very comfortable ride. And I'll tell you all why we're going to Rome as soon as we get there, because I think it's going to be really, really cute. And I have Annabelle by my side, which means the content is going to be even better. Fingers crossed, no pressure. Annabelle just gave me a very good idea. I was saying that obviously you guys know that exactly a year ago my luggage got stolen on a train, and ever since then it's happened like to so many of my friends. Even though like we're all trying to be so careful, they are like such pros at doing it. And you know, it doesn't matter if you have an AirTag in, because the police doesn't do anything about it. They throw it out anyway right away, so whatever. The train to book is the Frecciarossa. This feels so much more safe because you can have your luggage with you, and apparently the luggage robbing is happening mostly on the Italo trains. There are no cameras and it's a little bit more hectic. Nobody's checking. Like before we got on the train, they checked our tickets, but on Italo nobody really checks your tickets. So I don't know if this is helpful to you, but for me it's very helpful to have my luggage like this, you know what I mean? And then also you can put your feet up later on because these chairs are fully reclining. So I know Euro summer is about to start and it should be a good one, not a stressful one. So these are my new shoes, by the way. I love them so much. I love this color. We arrived officially in train, quite loud and chaotic. Walking out of the station to find our driver, and we're heading to the hotel to discover the schedule. It's really hot, but it was so cold on the train that we're both like still defrosting, basically. That's the situation. Who would I be if I wouldn't give you a room tour? Well, I mean, it does happen sometimes, but we just kind of unpacked. This is the bathroom. I really, really love it. I stayed here before, it's the Soho House. Unpacked some of the beauty stuff, so tonight I can get ready easily. Oh, this is, I know I've been doing this a lot in all my vlogs, but it's the heat wave. I didn't spray myself at all. Okay, that's better. I unpacked some stuff, not everything, because there's more. And here, and then here we have the beautiful bed, the couch, the bathtub. This is like a little cocktail making. What is this? Since I don't make cocktail.
I think it's vermouth spray.
Yeah? It's some kind of spray thingy for cocktails. We have a beautiful bathtub, which I will not be using on this occasion. I mean, who has like a hot bath during a heat wave? There's a balcony, but I know we're in Rome, but we're very close to the Termini station. There's not really much you can see from this balcony. However, I do love the balcony. But there's nothing that I can show you and say like, ah, look there, it's Colosseum. But I love being in Rome. Also, I think this room is so beautiful. I got a little Soho House city guide, which is very cute. I love this little kind of, what do you call it?
Cupboard.
Cupboard, yeah. How is it in German?
Commode.
Also in Serbian. That's why I asked. Comoda with a TV. I think in Italian is credenza. But that's the thing, because we're so multilingual, we get lost in words sometimes. Now, obviously, let's not avoid the elephant in the room. We are here for Aquazzura and Mytheresa, so I'm gonna show you what I got. And I haven't unboxed it without you guys. Shall we start from this first? Let's see. Wow, always so spoiled. This is very cute. It says Aquazzura. Oh my god, I love it. It's a lot of stickers. They're like sunglasses, heels, lemons, life's short, buy the shoes. Really cute, by the way. And then this looks like a pair of sunglasses. Ta-da! I didn't know. I love them because they're very much shape that I normally would go for. Now I cannot tell, so you guys are gonna have to tell me. Good? Annabelle's nodding.
Love it.
Cannot see, but I think this looks like something I would definitely like. This looks like a book. Usually Mytheresa gives us some sweets. I was hopeful, but I guess it's summer, so they're like, not this time. Okay, something that says Aquazzura. And then, is it a notebook? I love it. It's a beautiful, like pastel green and blue notebook. It's really beautiful. Journaling, here I come. Need to get them all like goals ready. And then I'm sure you all are wondering what's in here. And truth be told, I actually have no clue because all the shoes that I'm supposed to wear during this trip are already in the closet. So this was unexpected. Wow, it's a pair of nude tequila. I believe these are called tequila, and I think so, unless they've changed the name, because I had a pair of colorful tequila sandals, I have actually, but in 2020 I remember posting them and the picture went kind of viral. These are so flattering on the foot and so sexy and in a beautiful nude color. I love them. Should I try them on? This part is so soft, so I don't know if they seem comfortable. They probably don't seem that comfortable, but they are comfortable because they're very soft. So nothing to report on other than comfort, which seems great. Now I'm walking with this one shoe on, as you can see, because I wanted to show you closet, because there are more shoes and dresses. So here we got, this is the exclusive sandal. Thank you, Annabelle. Exclusive Mytheresa Aquazzura Gold. I picked the one with like a kind of a smaller heel to have for tonight. And then I picked a little kitten heel for tomorrow brunch because, you know, Rome, not like a city where for brunch I want to wear high heels just because it's quite cobbly. And then we have many dresses that I'm gonna have to decide which one to wear tonight, tomorrow, everything. How cute. I picked a lot of Magda Butrym. Gorgeous situation here. Wow, love this. Okay, you guys will see it throughout the vlog, so don't worry about it. And now I'm still in this one shoe. We're gonna go do some work, reset, recharge, plan, create some content, and update you guys in a bit. Okay, the dress is on. I had 4 different dresses to choose from, which you probably would have seen already on my TikTok, which, by the way, if you don't follow, you should follow because I post such a different content there. This is the dress. It's my Magda Butrym one. I got the Aquazzura Mytheresa, like a golden bow heels. My Kelly cut, because I like the combination of like beige gold and a bit of this like olive green, and it kind of, this necklace puts everything together. It's the Monete necklace, and that's it. I am all freshly blow dried, as you've seen, retouched my makeup, and now I have around 25 minutes to go downstairs, I think. Maybe that's a bit exaggerated, maybe less than 25 minutes. Wow, my watch is not on time. Let's see what's the actual time. 19 minutes, which is totally fine because it's really hot. I need to cool out. I need to set my watch. Honestly, like none of my watches are basically have been set right time, and I need to change that so that they're not just like an accessory. They actually can tell time. I'm gonna pack the bag and we're gonna head out to the dinner. So let's go. Okay guys, I think we can say that I'm ready to leave. I have 3 minutes to go downstairs to meet Annabelle in the lobby of the hotel. I basically got ready quite on time. I really feel comfortable and I love my makeup and the hair. Now you can really see the hair color because the light's really hitting strong. But anyway, what I want to tell you is like, I was just telling Annabelle, the one thing that I find like sometimes challenging with social media platforms is like, if I say one thing, like for example, I like pasta, people would sometimes comment, but why don't you like rice? And the fact that I like pasta doesn't actually mean that I don't like rice. It just means I like pasta. But if I say I like only pasta, that means I only like pasta. I always thought like this is quite normal until my social media platforms kind of grew and I started receiving feedback that every time you speak you have to be like so precise in what you say, that otherwise people can really misinterpret what you said. So from saying I like pasta, someone can say, oh my god, she said she doesn't like meat, she's vegetarian, Tamara is vegetarian. So that's how rumors start, basically. And I realized that because you guys know how I am. I only post about the places once I actually leave. And it's always been like that, you know, like it's years of experience, I guess, as well. Rarely I'd post about a place while I'm still there, rarely. But anyway, I try to kind of keep as safe as possible. So I was posting, I just returned back from Sarajevo last night at 10 p.m. So I was posting today on the train. And I posted like back in the city where my grandparents and their grandparents were born. And a lot of people commented, but wait a second, you were also born there. And yes, I was, just to keep it very clear. But I just tried to say not only me, but also many generations before me were born there. That's what I was trying to emphasize. However, many people focus on the fact, wait, why don't you say that you were born there? And one doesn't exclude the other. So that's what I wanted to say. And it's like this whole like story situation is not that important because I guess it's not really like it's kind of generally quite a well-known fact. But very often it would happen if I say like, I don't drink tequila, that someone would say like, oh, you don't drink alcohol at all. Or like if I say I don't like to drink that much, people would say like, oh, but you don't drink at all, or something like that. These are just like examples, right? So I don't know why, I just wanted to sit and film this because I told my sister, like in Novi Sad where I grew up, in school we had a subject called logics and we had like an exam in this. It was like, if some trees are tall and some trees are wide, could some trees be short too, for example? At the time I thought this is so easy, why do we have exam from this? And now I have to say I'm a 36-year-old woman and for the first time ever I'm understanding so many things that we learned in school that I think are more important than you could even imagine. Anyway, sunglasses are on. I'm gonna head downstairs because we don't want Annabelle to wait. So let's get going. We are currently in the movie studios somewhere outside of Rome where Gladiator was shot, and it's actually very impressive and crazy to see all of this because you would never even be able to come so close to like spots like this, you know? But can you imagine? Everything is fake, which is crazy. So they've laid out all these shoes. I have some of these shoes actually. Let me see, like the yellow ones. You see the yellow feather ones? And then there's another pair that I have. So those over there, the yellow and green, those were my first Aquazzura shoes that I've ever had in like 2016, I think, something like that. But just in a different color. I had an orange and I had a navy blue. Wow, so many different ones. I think I also had the pom-pom ones. So many beautiful colors as well. Oh, I really like those purpley ones. Look, let's come closer. The slingbacks look quite cute. Not like the kind of minimal style that you probably guys thought I would have said. But I think they're quite cute. Lots of different colors. And then obviously this path is leading to the table, but we're not going there just yet. We're gonna have a cocktail. So let me find Ksenia because I lost her. She's doing lots of videos basically. Good morning, guys. I know the light is not gonna be the most ideal. There's like a tiny little bit of light coming from there, and I need to do my makeup and we need to get down to breakfast. I wanted to update you. So last night was really so fun. It was fabulous. Like you've seen the table. It was like a really beautiful big dinner. I was thinking like, because it was around 120 guests. So I was like, wow. It was fun, you know, like people actually socialized and had fun and enjoyed, and I thought it was really, really beautiful. Anyway, that being said, I got a chance to obviously first do my work. Like some events are much easier to take like content and shoot and whatnot, and some events are harder. For example, to compare likes to likes, right? In the summer, it's really, really easy to create content because the days are longer, and especially with the like venues like the one last night, you arrive and there's still light and you can really shoot or whatever you need to do, right? And then to compare likes to likes, like I said, when we were in Oslo for my Mytheresa event, it got dark very early. So even though the venue was like spectacular where we were at the Opera House, because it was like so cold in Oslo and it was dark already, it wasn't as easy to shoot. So just to, you know, to kind of give you a little behind the scenes, I guess, secret. There are like, I think summer events are always a bit easier. But then saying that, it also depends on the city and the venue, etc. Like, because I remember when I did in December Miu Miu with Mytheresa, we were at the Belvedere Museum, and I took this picture with Filippo in front of the Gustav Klimt's kiss. It was, for the longest time, let me see if I still have it, screensaver. Not anymore. I still kind of alternate between that as well. That's kind of how we rolled when we arrived. So when I took my content and I was happy with it, I had even better time, if that makes sense. So getting a little bit ready this morning, not fully, because we still have like 2 hours before we need to be downstairs and ready to go to the brunch. But I am basically doing a little bit of base to go downstairs or upstairs actually, and have some breakfast with Ksenia. You know, catch up, debrief, all those kind of good things. By the way, so I recently bought these Huda Beauty. They're like called lip tints, I think, lip contour stains. Insane. This product is really, really insane. When it dries and you blend it in a bit, you can achieve such natural, really long-lasting effect. I had this last night. I think I retouched it like once throughout the night. It lasted me the whole night. Like when I went home and I washed my face, I felt like I need to especially wash my lips. I will link below the shades that I have because I think this is really, really good. Love it. I think I'm not gonna do much more when it comes to makeup because I can finish it all up when I'm back from breakfast. I'll meet with Annabelle and Ksenia, have some coffee. Not even sure I'm ready for food. I just wanna have a nice little coffee and the juice maybe, you know what I mean. And of course my favorite, currently I'm using this blush in Worth, not in Hope. Hope is the one I use always. I don't know why, I just loved using this one. Maybe because I'm a bit more tanned. So it looks different also. And I like that this creamy blush makes me look kind of moisturized and soft, and yeah. So this is all I'll do. I'll retouch later. I know I'm still wearing the necklace from last night. Let's go downstairs or upstairs. I keep saying downstairs, it's upstairs. Okay guys, a little bit better, more representable, let's say. Had 1.5 coffee because I haven't finished the second one, and I would take the takeaway cup, but honestly in this white dress I'm not sure. I already accidentally spritzed the cream, and you see here, like when I was moisturizing my legs, but luckily it was a white cream. So I'll link my outfit of course as always below. This is the look for the brunch, wearing these tiny heel Aquazzuras. I love them. I think they're so beautiful. This is the only bag that I packed with me because when I travel nowadays on a train, I just don't want to have too much on me. These Cartier sunglasses. Among the dress, everything's kind of same. I did a bit more makeup than what you've seen for coffee this morning, and we're heading to brunch at Hotel de Russie. It's at the Spanish Steps. I've been there many times before, so that's it. Packed, ready to leave. Everything's sorted, and that's it. we're ready for a little nice brunch in the heart of Rome. And then after that, we're heading back home. I mean, who would have said? But it's gone really fast. It's always fast when you're having fun.
Why'd you even call me up when I never wanna see ya? I'm just on my way back home, little drunk and alone, but I'd rather click ya. Even though it's Friday night and I got no plans tomorrow, I could use a bam, 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 but it's not from you, cause I'm not that hollow. Baby, let it be. You could try to sweet talk all you want, but I ain't that lonely. Baby, let it be. Forget your rules, forget your shoes.
Okay, guys, in this heat wave, Roman heat wave, we decided to walk to the Spanish Steps, all for the sake of content for you guys, because I want to get some nice pics and cute. I mean, the outfit is really cute, I think. So many people were commenting on it because this dress has these padded hips, right? So everybody wanted to touch them. I was like, yeah, it just worked out a lot.
But only in the middle.
Only on the hips. No, just kidding. But I really, really like it. I think it's a cute one. I mean, everywhere is cute in Rome, but beautiful architecture, obviously. You guys know it. I don't need to tell you anything, but I just wanted to have that little when in Rome, Spanish Steps moment. So that's what we're doing right now. And then later, I'm gonna change and we're heading back. You know what kind of person I am? If I can do something while I'm here. Grazie. Okay. Did he say my name?
I don't know.
I understood he said
was his
Tamara.
wife.
Tamara, sei bellissima. That's what I understood.
You can check.
Or maybe that's just my problem. I was saying that when I am somewhere like and I could do something, but I'm really tired and I say like, it doesn't matter, can't be bothered, then later I really regret being lazy. But when I make the most out of my time, I feel so accomplished and productive and good about myself. Is it just me, Annabelle?
I'm the same.
I know. I was just telling Senia earlier actually, because I was saying, Annabelle is so good. Even in like heat wave, she was like, I'll bring the Rimowa now to repair because I want it done.
Also, I function better in the heat than in the cold.
I mean the same. Even with my low blood pressure, I function better in the heat because in the cold, I start like feeling my hands weird and I cannot do anything. So anyway, I think we're coming soon to where we want to be. So we'll show you guys then. Guys, the heat. Imagine all this stone that's been in the sun for the whole day. Like we're standing in this like little pezzettino di shadow, little piece of shadow, but it's so hot. And I hope the content's gonna be worth it. So please like, comment, and everything else so that we didn't walk here 10 minutes in 40 degrees for no reason. Also, we filmed a TikTok and we shot some Instagram, and you guys are so good. You always engage with my content. I read all the comments. I respond to most of the comments. So I really try to like speak to you guys there under my social platforms. But thank you for doing that. It means a lot. And that's why I do put an extra mile when I create content, because you guys always appreciate it. So it makes sense. But look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. And here, I'm sure you've seen the outfit already. And also, by the way, these stairs are so slippery. I almost fell like twice already because they go down, you know, they've been a bit like used. I remember when I was a child, there was a fashion show on these stairs. I have no idea which brand. I have no idea what year it was. I think I was 6, which is why I don't remember which brand it was. But I remember seeing a fashion show down the Spanish Steps, and it's something that I have engraved in my memory so much, and it's something that changed my brain chemistry to the point. I used to see these fashion things when I was a child, and they were really so meaningful to me. And I think it's what made me fall in love with fashion and want to work in fashion so badly, because I used to watch fashion TV. I used to dream of like being on fashion TV, which is so funny now. It's so funny now. Sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want to do an interview. Like, you know, it's like when we're in a rush or something. But it's funny because it's all of those things that shape us as children that later on all make sense. Come in.
Good.
Come in, everyone.
Is this
We
like
can
a
fit in, but you have to
joystick?
come close. That's the most it can adjust. This is like a girl
Whoa,
shot.
this is a bit of a weird angle, but What is
It's
this
very,
for?
it's very
It's for my
quality.
YouTube.
And how do you switch?
Subscribe, YouTube. I will leave this in every beginning of my video. Subscribe.
You have to subscribe right now. Listen to us.
You subscribe right this second. You listen to me now. Right now.
Subscribe, please.
The brunch finished. I had a really nice catch up with a lot of people, which sometimes doesn't happen because it's a bit of a whirlwind. Especially now in 40 degrees, not everybody's in a good mood to socialize and to do all of that stuff. But I had a really wonderful time this time in Rome. And this is such a beautiful space. This is Hotel de Russie. So if you come and stay in Rome, come here. Everybody's commenting. Everybody liked my necklace. I like it too. Heading back to the hotel now to change, to get a matcha latte and to just exist and breathe and work because Annabelle apparently has a to-do list for me. She already announced it a few hours ago, so she wants to like prepare me that something serious is coming my way. So wish me good luck. Good morning, everybody. We are currently back home, as you can see. I don't like when these are not lit up. I like a lot of light, so let's have a lot of light. As you can probably see, I haven't fully unpacked. There's still the hand luggage on the floor. I need to bring it to where I store it. I need to hang these up. I have like few dresses and things that I need to sort out. But I first need to get ready because in 1 hour time, I have lunch because my best friends are in town. They're visiting, so my guy friends. So I'm taking them out and about, and that's the deal. I booked a table somewhere. You know, like how when with Filippo we always go to the same places, right? So we always go to Four Seasons, San Ambrose, Nobu, La Specialità. Like there's like 5 restaurants because Filippo is really like a super habitual person, and he does not like changing anything about his like routine. But I do like to sometimes here and there change my things. So I took them to all the new places, and because this is the first time when they come that Filippo is not around, which does make it a little bit different, but it's actually the first time that they also get to experience slightly different restaurants. I think that's so Filippo. So even for me, it's a little bit different. So last night we were in a different place. Yesterday we ate lunch in a different place, and today I'm taking them to Giacomo Arengario. I love that restaurant actually. It has a bit of a Duomo view, so you get that kind of touristy thing, but the food is not a trap at all. So we also didn't really have Italian food yet, so you know, it's a bit of change. Anyway, I received this new Rhode glazing mist in the post. I have like a big packaging here next to me. Love it. It's really beautiful mist, fine and lovely. I have my coffee. I'm gonna take my supplements. That's important. 1, 2. Some of my supplements, I don't really take that many, but I take like quite a few ones, and some of them you need to take 1 capsule twice a day. So usually like I have my supplements on the makeup table so that when I take them in the morning, I also like I don't forget to take them, if that makes sense. But yeah, I also have them next to my bed. What do I need? It's very sunny and I don't know where my SPF is. Here it is. Okay, I need to start with the SPF, and I like this one because it gives like a really nice glow. I don't know if it's a bit too even illuminating, but I do like it. It gives nice glow, and that's it. It's a good base, and it has SPF 50. So, I mean, what more can I ask for, right? We came back from Rome, as you know, and it's only like a short time that I'm gonna stay at home, but I really like this little break from work with my friends from back home because, you know what? None of us are a single layer people, right? So we have so many layers to us. I think more than an onion, honestly. And yes, I work in fashion. The job that I do, some would say maybe is a little bit superficial, whatever, you know, like people can say many things, but I'm not my job. So obviously I love what I do. I was discussing this with my best friend. We sometimes go into like really deep topics and things, and I really love my job, but at the same time I'm not my job. So the reason like why I make decisions and what I do is like based on like really being able to do what I do because I love what I do. I love the relationships that I've created through this job, etc. But at the same time, I have other interests as well, like spending time with the loved ones, like really simple things. Like when I was in Sarajevo, I really enjoyed like simple meals, just sitting and enjoying with friends and family, doing things that we used to do when we were kind of children, sitting outside of my cousin's house, having like a small glass of rakia and just talking. And yeah, I know that's probably not what you might expect from me based on my personal branding or based on my postings on social media, but it's because I am so much more than what I can show or what I do show. And I'm sure you guys as well are not your job. There's so much more of what you like besides what your job is. So it's kind of like, there's so much to it, and sometimes I need to fill my days. When I'm like too busy and I'm just doing a lot of one thing, I'm not really feeling as wholesome as I am when, like, yes, between my Rome trip and my Paris Couture, I have my 2 male best friends come to visit me and we can just stay like we did last night till 2 a.m. and we can talk about the most random topics ever, and it's like, it's the best. And I'm sure you guys can relate because, when people say like, oh, life is all about balance, it's all about balance, blah, blah. It's actually, this is what I think they mean. They mean that it's important to have that time when you're outside of your cousin's house, having a drink and doing something that you did when you were like 12, without rakia drinking, of course, but the rest. And you are staying till 2 a.m. with your friends talking between like the, I don't know, like glamorous events, and we're going to like high fashion events from tomorrow. But today I'm just doing, I don't know, like the most kind of simple things with the people that I love. And that's what makes life so much better. Like right now, just 20 minutes ago, I was speaking to my best friend about health. I was talking about the things that are important to me and things that I want to check. I was talking about beauty treatments. So many random things. Those are the things that I enjoy and are important to me to also like reflect. Okay, so I'm gonna try this blush color. Do you think this is gonna suit me? Maybe not. The thing is, Hope and Worth are my favorite, and this is Thriving. And I'm a little bit scared. Should I give it a go? What do we think? Okay, let's do a bit of Thriving. I like it actually. I was worried that it's gonna be a bit too like old. I don't know how to explain it. It's so pigmented, it's actually insane. This will be also great when I'm tanned. I genuinely really, really love these blushes. This is from Rare Beauty. I think they're fantastic. I will link everything I'm using in the description box below. So, wow, now maybe I look sunburned. Okay, it's okay, we'll blend it, don't worry. But it's so pigmented that this is crazy. This will probably be really great also for a deeper skin color. I love it that it doesn't look weird. So that's my current situation. I'm actually semi-excited to go to Paris. I say semi-excited. I am excited to go to Paris, but it's still gonna be a lot of work in a way. In this heat, I'm not sure how that's gonna feel. But what makes me really, really, really excited is that actually it's the last work trip of the season. So that's it. I need to go there. I need to finish that and just say like, basta, enough, done. This is the new Westman Atelier lip liner that I wanted to try. Oh my God, it's so pigmented. And the shade is Je rêve, a dream. I don't know, but I will link it. I love it, okay. The only thing when it's really hot, I prefer to use like lip tints or the new Huda Beauty. There's this new like lip stain. I love it. But this is so beautiful. The color is perfection. Okay, for my eyes, what are we gonna do? I love this palette so much. One of the best ones there is. So today I'm gonna still be taking around Milan my friends. They're out, by the way, in case you're wondering, because they wanted to go to some shops. And I was like, I just wanna, do a little bit of this, and then I'm gonna see them by the time I get ready and stuff. I see them for lunch and I'll take them around a little bit, and then this evening they're leaving, but I'm gonna pack for Paris and I leave tomorrow early morning. But there's so many things that I still have to, in order to have really nice holidays, the story about what is it, the ant and is it the cricket? I don't know if you know the story, or the grasshopper and the ant. For me, that's like the same animal. I'm sure it's not the same animal, like an insect, the same insect, grasshopper and a cricket, but somehow I'm not that like versed with different insects. So if someone can educate me, please do. I love that story, and I used to ask my mom to read me that story every single night, before bed. So I wonder if that's when I really got messed up. When mentally hearing that story over and over again. I don't know if you know the story, but the story is that the aunt was working every single day during the summer, preparing for winter, which is usually, right, like very harsh and with not much food resources. And the grasshopper was singing and playing violin. That was in the book that I was reading. Anyway, he was enjoying, and then the aunt told him, when are you gonna do the work for the winter? And he said, I don't need to do work, I'm just enjoying life. You should enjoy life too more, aunt. And the aunt was like, no, I need to work because I will be hungry in the winter. And the grasshopper said, no, I'll be fine, just enjoy, sing, dance, like have the best time. And then anyway, the winter came and the grasshopper almost died, but then the aunt took him in where he had lots of food and warmth, and he prepared the house and everything for the winter. So I think that story messed me up a little bit, because I was told since early childhood that you need to work hard in order to not kind of like regret it later, right? And not just enjoy yourself because the winter will come. This is harsh a little bit. I need to sharpen it. You know that feeling when you like don't want to sharpen the lip liner and then you still try to apply it and it's so harsh, it's like scratching you? Well, that's this now. I don't have a sharpener. I need to like sort out these things a little bit. That's me right now. During Paris, I need to do so many things so that later I can really, really, really enjoy the beauty of summer. This, by the way, is a Swede lip product. I don't know what's it called, but I love it. I'll also link it below. And it's very moisturizing, and I love the way it is. And it's not so easy for me to find a lipstick that I love, because you guys know that my favorite is Prada Beauty, but I love this. Right? So cute. This is gonna go in my handbag. I don't know which bag I'm gonna wear yet. A bit more of this, because this is so good. I got up to take something lash curler. I think like if I manage to shoot everything in those 3-4 days in Paris that I need to shoot with Annabelle, and then I can really just say that's it. Time for a month of really sun and fun. Is that okay? Sun and fun. But I think, that's something I'm really looking forward to the majority of the year. So also the December holidays, like after Christmas. And what's the plan? The plan is I'm really gonna take care of myself so much this summer, like moisturizing, like taking my supplements, working out, reading, journaling, all the stuff that I love to do. And I know I say it so much, and I don't think you need to do all of those things, but if you just take on one thing, like for example, if you really, really, really hate exercising, okay, don't start with that change. Start with like a smaller change, maybe like start journaling. Or for example, you hate writing, so start with exercising. You know what I mean? Take on like maybe these summer holidays, if you can, one little thing that you can do that you think will actually contribute a little bit to improving your life and the way you feel and the way you are. And I think genuinely for me, when I'm more wholesome and I'm like using phone less and reading more and I don't know, like sunbathing and moisturizing my skin and taking care of myself and really following my skincare routine and hair care routine and taking supplements and again journaling, moving, talking more to Filippo about like things that like are deep and dreaming more. For me, like being in the water alone and taking that time to dream and to think about what I really want in life is the most precious time. And what's really weird about it, I've been doing that since I was 10. I have like the earliest memory of this, going on holidays with my grandma. I remember this one specific time. We were in Palma de Mallorca and we had this beautiful hotel with a pool. And I was in the pool alone in the morning, like nobody was there. I was swimming and I was dreaming, because I'm a big dreamer. Even when I look at my third birthday party that I recently told you about. I'm like at my own birthday party. There are kids, right? My cousins, my friends, my sister's friends, whatever. I'm the youngest child. I'm like standing there like this. Because who knows what I'm thinking about? I'm not even present in the moment because I'm such a dreamer. So over the years, I really learned to become better at being present in the moment, which I think is crucial, okay? But when I'm on holidays, I love to daydream, to focus on what I want to achieve in the future, to think about things, to manifest, to just daydream so much and not be anxious. And that's when I really reset my body without any anxiety, without being late anywhere, without like a dinner reservation, without plans, just thinking about what I want. And that really helps me also stay in touch with myself, because then I never lose what I really want. And I think in today's day and age that is so busy and so overwhelming, we sometimes get so overwhelmed with like events, dinners, lunches, helping people, solving our problems, solving other people's problems, running late, schedule, meetings, goals, hitting targets, with so many things that we forget what we truly, really want. That's what holidays and thinking and reflecting are so important for. So that's all I want to say to you guys. Anyway, this mascara is insane. It's Prada Beauty, and I really think it's amazing. Shall I show you closer? There are 3 mascaras that I think are just insane. It's the Dior most recent one, Spectacular, the Prada Beauty one, and the Gucci Beauty one. And I know they're all kind of like high-end mascaras. Sorry for that, but those are the mascaras that I've got to get my hands on and I fell in love with. So, and this is the makeup. What's the time? 12:18. I have like 20 minutes before I need to leave. I think I'll set myself a little bit with some powder. Maybe the T-zone, a bit my chin. Then I'll get dressed, I'll show you what I'm wearing, and we'll get out for lunch. But I'm happy that I get this time to also speak to you guys, because, you know, for me, that's what I started when I was telling you about all of this. I love fashion, I love beauty, I love beautiful things, trips, travel. But more than anything, in this whole entire world, I love human interaction. And when I say human interaction, I mean like speaking to people, enjoying time together, giving each other tips and advice, connecting. It doesn't have to be in any kind of like glamorous or fabulous place. It needs to be in the most simple, raw environment, organic. That's, if you ask me, what I love the most is the real human interaction. Anyway, look at my hair. Can you believe that I cut my hair like a month ago? How is it growing so fast? I mean, I know how is it growing, like obviously that's how it's growing. But we'll see what's it gonna be after summer. So just wanted to say that for now. Okay guys, so I'll get dressed now and I'll show you what I'm wearing. I love this dress. In fact, I love this dress brand. I have, I think like, wait, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-ish dresses from this brand. And I think it's just so easy. You put it on and you look put together immediately. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna wear this bag. It's so spectacular, and this color is not like reserved for autumn winter only. So this is going to be the look. I will actually link below if I can find many dresses of this brand, because I truly think it's amazing. Yesterday I wore my Alaya shoes, right? These ones, when I go back in Milan. And Milan is so dirty. Like I wore them in so many different cities. And I come home and everything's perfect. And I wore it in Milan and I came home and I had to wash my feet immediately. Like that's how it is, which is not very charming of Milan. So I think I'm gonna wear some other kind of shoes. And I need to see which ones. I mean, the options are not too bad, right? Like we have a lot of different options, but I think I'm gonna wear like a bit of a loafer. It's not too hot today, so that's great. I obviously also love slingbacks a lot, but I think I'll go for these. These are also great. Let me see if they would go. This is the second pair of these shoes that I have, because I already had a pair and I've used it so much. And then my best friends actually bought me another pair. Oh my God, I need to tidy. Look at this chaos everywhere. My God, I'm not very proud of it. But I don't know if these shoes really go with this dress. You know what I mean? They go better with like trousers and things like that. They're super cool. The thing is, I want to walk and these are really comfy, so I don't want to even wear closed shoes. I mean, look at this mess. This is the stuff on the right side that I need to like properly unpack, but I genuinely do not have time for it, you know. It's a bit of a, these are the rose sandals from last season and I really love them. I also need to do a little bit of recycling, but I'm worried of running late and I don't want my friends waiting for me, especially because they're guests. I don't know what's it like in your culture, please tell me, but in my culture, when you have guests, you basically bring them around, dedicate all of your time to them, you really treat them well, feed them, make sure they have everything they need. You don't make them wait for you, like, you know, you arrange a pickup for them at the airport. Like, that's kind of how I am, and that comes from my parents and my grandparents, because that's how they taught me. So I have to do as I was taught. Okay, we have some time. It's 12:30 and the lunch is booked for 1. So maybe I'm gonna do a very quick, even though I'm fully dressed up, lol, a very, very quick tidy up so that when I come back, I don't come to this mess on the floor. So let's do that now. Okay, that's much better. Most of the things now are tidied. I still have to show you a gift that I received from Magda Butrum while I was gone. Also, by the way, that on the door is not me just putting it from one place to another. What it is, it needs to be ironed, and those things on the floor are going to the other wardrobe that is not in this room. This is so beautiful. It's quite heavy. Look at this. I was like, what is this? So anyway, as all Magda packages, you open them and there's a little rose. You know, with her, it's just so special because she's very true to herself, very authentic to her roots. Calligraphy, my name, it says, "Dear Tamara, I hope you're going to love your new Varsavia bag." Oh, love Magda. I'm sure I'm gonna love it. This is so cute. So I don't know if you guys remember, but I had this brown suede bag. Is this navy or is it black? I think it's navy with black, or is black. I have this brown similar to this bag that I wore non-stop for traveling, like mainly in winter. I would say not right now because summer is quite, yeah. But I think this is so stunning and so great for like a little, you know, travel situation for me personally. So this is beautiful. I didn't get surprised because, by the way, when the package arrived, I asked Filippo to open it to show me what's in there because I was very excited. So I was like, can you please take a picture and tell me what's inside? That's how excited I was, okay? And before we head out, I wanted to show you a few things. Now, this is a dress that I just got. I'm gonna link all these dresses that I just got in the description box below. So dress number 1, this one is like a beautiful green linen dress, perfect for like a day kind of little things on summer holidays. I really like it. I think it's a good price point. It's really cute. It needs to be ironed. Then I don't have many short dresses, but I thought this one was adorable, right? It reminds me a little bit of my very much worn Reformation beauty. It's not the same vibe, but it's cute as well. Love it. Needs to be ironed as well. So I'll put it here before it goes in the wardrobe. And this one I'm obsessed with. Like, you saw the white dress that I wore inside. But these are the kind of dresses that I like. This one is really, really special. Also needs to be ironed. The bottom part is cotton, and this one is a little bit more of like a soft jersey cotton mix. Love it as well. So these need to be ironed. These hangers are driving me nuts that are poking out. I organized most of the things. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna put the shoes back on. That's it. Let's head out. A bit of Milan for you guys because I feel like I haven't actually vlogged from here in quite a long time. So busy in the summer. I usually would kind of go around, have a little look, walk, but you know, nowadays it's more about just crossing here if I really have to, because it gets just busier and busier and busier as the summer season starts. Today we are going to have food here in this restaurant over here. It's called Giacomo Arengario, and there's a little terrace. I don't know if you can see the terrace, but from the terrace you have like a really nice Duomo view. So if you come to Milan and you want to have a nice Duomo view restaurant, but you don't want to go on that side, which has been a little bit overdone, the food here is really, really good. I I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, but I don't think you're gonna believe me when I tell you. I filmed the end of this video and then accidentally deleted it. So I'm already like filming the next vlog for quite a bit. And now I'm kind of in a situation where I don't even know what I was gonna tell you guys, because this was now 3 days ago, and I realized that I just have to finish the vlog somehow, but I don't like to finish it in a kind of weird, not saying goodbye to you guys way. So I was thinking to tell you that I really appreciate you. I appreciate all of your love, comments, support. I had a really eventful last few months, I think, traveling all kinds of places, and I'm thankful that you guys are still here. I think rest of July and August are going to be quite fun, hoping for nice holidays, which is coming soon. But the next trip is going to be Paris Couture, which is actually where I am now. So here's a little hi from the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.